川には気をつけろよ。あったろ、前に一度。あの川で溺れたこと。もう
中学生だから。
まあ、そりゃそうか。琴乃もいつまでも子供じゃない。大きくなってくんだもんな。くそ、あれ以来めちゃくちゃ色々意識しちまう。桜花のせいだ。
Oh my god. I don't know if you guys can see it. Probably not, you know, but I had to take a minute to record this episode review. I just got done watching Shiunji Family Children, and I was dying of laughter. Like I haven't laughed like that all week. And what's funny is I know this was not meant to be funny. I was losing my stuff, okay? Let me just say this. This episode wasn't meant to be funny, and what I laughed at wasn't meant to be funny either, but I just could not help myself from just dying of laughter, okay? And I find it incredible that the studio, and I don't remember what studio this is either, by the way. Let me look it up right now. But I love that the studio was like, you know what? This is going to be a thank you to everybody who stuck around for the season. We're going to give them a beach episode. We're going to give everybody in bikinis. We're going to give our viewers, we're going to give them some eye candy, some delicioso. They can eat it up. This is Studio Dogo Kobo. That's what it is. Dogo Kobo. Dogo Kobo, whatever you want to say it, right? The studio that's brought us, Shikamori. It's brought us Himoto Mudo-chan. It's brought us Oshinoko. It's brought us one of my favorite, if not my favorite anime of all time, Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. If you haven't watched that, please go watch it. That's actually a legitimate funny anime. I love that one so much. Anyways, they were like, we need a beach episode. You know what I mean? Like, how can we end this season? Beach episode, baby. Anyways, what I was laughing at, I was dying of laughter towards the end of the show, right? Like, there's this serious moment, and Kotono is taking ownership, and she is saying sorry because, you know, she caused her kerfuffle. Basically, she caused the other girls to kind of realize their feelings. And she's saying sorry to Minami, and she's saying sorry to Oka. But freaking Minami has a stonks shirt. I don't know if you guys ever see like the stonks, like, oh, the stonks are going through the roof. Like, she has like it's a shirt that's basically like a graph of like a chart, you know, like going up through the roof. And I was dying of laughter. Okay, so first off, I'm losing it. I'm losing it of Minami's shirt because it's so spot on. Then at the end, right, there's like this like little pen that comes out like, little did they know that there was another sibling pair among them. Basically, you know, like the show saying like, little did they know that somebody else is related by blood among them. Which the obvious choice just based on design would be Kotono and Arata. But I really think that Arata isn't... I really think he isn't related to any of them. I think that if there's another pairing, it's probably like, you know, sisters or something like that. Like, you know, one of the other girls are related to each other or something like that. I really don't think it's anything. But, you know, based on looks-wise, it would be Kotono and Arata. But regardless, like, I was already dying of laughter. And that scene, when it came up, I was already just like, I was heaving. I can't explain it. It was just hilarious to me. Because it's just so bad. It's just so hilariously bad. And here's the deal. This episode, big excuse for a beach episode. We got to see Minami and Banri, and Banri's the best looking one. And then after that, it's Kotono. Kotono got some cakes on her. So it's Banri. For me, it goes, you know, looks-wise, just looks, maybe even character-wise. But it goes Banri, Kotono, then Oka, then blue hair girl, and then Minami's last for me. As far as like just overall, I think it's, and when I say overall, I mean I think the one that makes the most sense for me. You know, if I had to say, oh, Arata's gonna end up with somebody, because he is, right? They showed us a flash of him with one of the girls and the baby. You know, he's gonna end up with a sister. That's kind of how the story is pointed towards. I would go Kotono first. You know, she makes the most romantic sense. Reason being is she's been convinced since childhood that she's in love with with Arata, and she's told him before they were even like, she was willing to basically like, she's like, we're willing to risk it all. She was ready to put like the family on the line for him. So I think because she was so sure and she's made it aware, not only to him personally, but then, you know, I think that, you know, she's first. And then after that, I think it's Banri. Like Banri, this episode, she told Arata that, you know, she's always messing around. She's always really close to him. She's always kind of like dawdling on him. And she's the most flirtatious one, but she does it under the guise of, you know, that's just her personality. But she only does it with Arata, not the other sisters, not Cheyenne, whatever his name is, you know, and she doesn't actually have a boyfriend, you know, so it's like she makes it very known that she wants to be physically intimate with Arata all the time. But again, it's under the guise of the silly big sister. But then it all kind of crumbles because this episode she told him, like, oh, I love you, you know, straight up. So I think Banri's like that next one. And because they're so drastically different, you don't have to worry about, you know, she's the oldest. I don't think you have to worry about them actually being blood related, quote unquote. Because if you think about it, she's like the first adopted child. And then it is Arata and Oka next, right? And they were told that they were twins. So it'd be very weird for them to just be like, oh, you guys are twins. But then one of the two is related to Banri. That's not going to happen, okay? So again, the whole entire thing that they lied to the kids, it's all effed. You know, I don't even know. Let's not even go down that path. But I think that's the most unlikely. So I think it's Banri next. So I think, you know, we have Kotono, and then we have Banri. And then after that, I really think it's Minami. I think she's the one that makes the most sense. We know for sure, like, there's no kerfuffle. Her and Shion are twins. So that I think it's them. You know, then it goes Oka and then blue hair girl. I always forget what blue hair girl's name is. I think she's dead last. But I really think, you know, based on Banri making her moves, it's either Kotono or Banri. And I think Banri has the highest chance because Arata really likes her. You know, he already sees her a certain way. I feel like that is the most likely. I think she is the most tenacious. And I think she's the one to kind of make him rethink everything, you know, so I think that makes the most sense to me. Regardless, though, I think this episode was just silly. It was dumb. It was just a big excuse for a beach episode. And then the ending of them, you know, telling us, like, little did they know. It's just so dumb. Anyways, I'm so happy this show's over. This show could get 9 more seasons. I'm done. I'm never watching this show again. I think the art is fantastic. Art is 10 out of 10. The designs of the girls, if that's what you're here for, I think those are also 10 out of 10. They all bring something, you know, unique, and I think they match, you know, every young man's taste. You know, somebody has something, whether it's Banri or Minami or Oka, whatever. I think they all are going to bring something to each viewer's, you know, eye pleasures. And I think Arata, you know, if you're on the opposite side of the fence, I think he fits the bill for a lot of people too. And maybe even Shion, you know, he has the more feminine traits, you know, I think he might fit the bill there too. So I think there's something for every viewer's eye candy, but then it's just the plot and the story and everything else is really bad. So anyways, I'm so happy this one's done. I'll see you guys in the summertime for more summer anime. You know, we have Shield Hero coming, My Dress Up Darling, like the GOAT anime of the century is coming back, and tons more. So I'll see you guys in the summertime for a ton of different anime. Thank you guys so much for sticking it out with me for Shiunji Family Children. We gave this a shot from the creator of Rag and another show that disappointed us. The difference is Rag season 1 was good. This one is not. All right, I think I'm going to land on a 6 out of 10. 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. I think I'm going to be nice. 6 out of 10. I probably skew more towards 5, like 5.5, but we'll go 6 just to be nice. We'll say this was fair. It was a fair anime. All right, my friends. Have a great rest of your day, week, month, year. We'll see you in the summertime for more summer anime if you decide to come and grace me with your presence. See you then.